Today on the channel, we talk the brand new Ringside exclusive AEW Blood Brothers 2-pack. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, let's get right down to it. Today, we're opening up the brand new AEW Jazzwares Blood and Guts Blood Brothers 2-pack. Cody Rhodes, obviously Dustin Rhodes, the Blood Brothers, showing from that big matchup they had at the AEW pay-per-view, gosh, about a year ago now. I think that was 2019. There's hard to keep track of time as of late. But a really cool exclusive and really different for AEW as far as their figures they've put out so far. As you guys are well aware of, we've had pre-orders come up and waiting months. Distribution's been very rough for these AEW figures. However, this one kind of came out of nowhere. We pre-ordered it, and like 2 weeks later, these things were shipping to people. Just absolutely amazing. The first pre-order went just like that, as you can imagine. That's what I ordered. And then the next day I said, you know what? I really need two of these. The packaging is so cool on this. We don't get bloody figures ever. Hardly ever. We'll talk about that a little bit later here in the video. But we haven't had bloody figures forever. This is so cool looking. I really need one of these mint in box. And my brain is telling me on my AEW collection right now is I have everything Series 1 plus the Jericho, a little bit of the Bubbly exclusive. I'm going to have all those mint in box. And then I have a loose set. And from going forward, because I do expect Jazzwares to eventually knock out new sets about every single month, it'll get to just too many figures to do that with both. So I'm just going to have Series 1 on card, and the rest I'll just open. However, any exclusives, I think I'll double up on the exclusives and have two of those. So that's where my mind's at with my AEW collection right now. But this one was so cool looking, I said I got to go pre-order. Went back the next day to do another order, and of course they were sold out. Got in on the Wave 2 of pre-orders. Well, luckily enough, Wave 2 pre-orders shipped basically a week after the first one. So really cool time frame there. Really interesting though that these shipped and came out so quick and were so under the radar. Where AEW Series 2 we knew about a lot longer, way ahead of time. They're having issues shipping those as we speak right now. I'm still waiting for my AEW Series 2, and I did order those very early on in the process, but there's some distribution problems as we all know with those. So that's kind of catching a little bit up to speed. But I did get my second Blood Brothers 2-pack. Here is my other pack. What I wanted to do was, I knew I had another one coming. I didn't want to open these right away because I wanted to save the one that was the most mint in package. The one we're opening has just a little bit of a ding down here. You can't see it unless you look really close. But I compared the two. This one's totally mint. So I'm going to keep this one mint on card. So that's what I got this one for. We're going to open this one today and talk about it and do a little comparisons and talk about a few other things. But just let's soak in the blood on this one. I'm a blood and guts guy. I grew up with a lot of that early NWA, a lot of the Blade Job era, I guess, ECW, of course, and then I was in high school when the crazy tape trading days went from Japan with the King of the Death matches, all that kind of stuff. So I'm at the age, and maybe some of you guys are as well, that just love the blood, the guts, and the gore in wrestling. I love my technical stuff, but I also love this kind of stuff too. And I thought it was very well done. Obviously, they both kind of hit a gusher in this one, and I think it's so cool that we got this represented in the line. This is one of those things where it's a great exclusive. You couldn't do this traditionally in the stores. I don't care who you are. You would have to have it like back in the NECA section and stuff like that, which probably a lot of different channels to go through to get that to happen, but a great exclusive. Something we're never going to see Mattel probably do. Mattel is a much more family-friendly company. I don't know if that's right, but I guess you think Mattel, you think Barbies, you think stuff like that, where Jazzwares is still so new. There's not a lot of name value, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining that. I guess you guys can kind of interpret what I'm saying there. I think they can take a lot more risks being a younger company. They got to take risks to grow. That's what you have to do. And you got to see what sticks, what fails. And I think this is a huge success. I think this is probably going to be one of the most popular exclusives of 2020. And to me, will this or the Mr. T Rowdy Roddy Piper be the 2-pack of the year? I knew right off the bat this one was going to be a contender. I wasn't sure about the Mr. T Roddy Piper. If you haven't checked that video out, go back and look. I reviewed it, showed nice photos, everything else. That was a pretty awesome set, to be honest with you. That new Piper head scan, the robes on those Mr. T, a few paint blemishes here and there. But all in all, an amazing set. Can this one hold the candle to it? It's going to be very close, but I'll let you guys know later in the video what I think. But the blood and guts, I love it. I love this packaging. Like I said, kind of raining blood. It's a little Slayer in here, raining blood. You guys know what I'm talking about. But there it is. Look at that. Now, the first thing I noticed when I saw the prototype images, and I've not changed my mind at all, and there's been a lot of discussion online, is the Dustin Rhodes figure, how he is a giant. He is way too tall, and Cody's probably a little bit too short, and it just mixes up to be a mistake. So I kind of say, hey, the Mr. T Roddy Piper, the only negative of that 2-pack was a few paint blemishes. The negative I see on this one right off the bat is the height difference here. It just drives me absolutely crazy. I know they're still trying to figure out the line with skin tone, stuff like that, but hopefully they get the heights right. That's one of the huge knocks of Jakks back in the day, was the heights being off, and we're seeing a little of that now. I do think it'll be fixed. I just think it'll be maybe Series 4, 5, maybe even 6 before Jazzwares really hits their stride. It takes a while to get all the bugs out and everything else, so I'm hoping that comes sooner than later. And we might end up seeing, hey, we're going to make another Dustin Rhodes because it was so, the height was too much on this one. But I think this is just a phenomenal package. We have not seen bloody packages like this, or even bloody figures. We're going to talk a little bit about the Terry Funk. The most famous bloody figures in my book, and maybe some of you guys are I think they were OSFTM figures. They were kind of legends of wrestling. They had non-bloody and regular bloody. Those are some of my least favorite wrestling figures of all time. I don't own any of them. I'm not a fan of any of them. I think they're absolute garbage. Sorry to offend any of you guys that love them. I just do not like those figures at all. So we're going to talk about this one and a little bit about the Terry Funk one. But very cool. I love that chest. Look at that on Cody on the chest. He's got that handprint. I mean, that is some touch. That is an awesome touch. It would be very easy just to splatter blood and be done with it, but they went above and beyond, made a handprint on there. Just extremely cool. Extremely cool. You got AEW Blood and Guts, Blood Brothers 2-pack at the top. Love the black and red. And of course, on the side, you got Cody and Dustin right there. And on the other side, you got the clear window. It looks like this is number 18 in the line. I do notice that. So you guys know, a lot like the G.I. Joe Classified series, we're seeing numbering on these. And obviously the Star Wars Black series was most known for that. But they've kind of went away with that in the new packaging design. But really cool for you guys that collect and have them all side by side. You can line them up. The only thing I don't like about that lining, calling this number 18, I think they should have started exclusives and things that are different. Call those, instead of traditional numbers, make them A, B, C, D, because the packaging will all be different. I think you got to separate those into a different line. Say, here's exclusives, A, B, C, D, E. Here's regular line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just me. I guess leave me a comment if you think that'd be a good idea, but I think that would have been better, because if you're displaying them all, the height differences and stuff, it's just not going to look right if you put them in order. Let's take a look at the back. Like I said, Double or Nothing, 5/25/2019, Las Vegas. That's what this depicts. And there's a picture of the event. No other blurbs down below promoting other lines, anything like that. That was a traditional Jakks tactic, which we're not seeing here. But you see all that down there below. You see Blood and Guts, Blood Brothers 2-pack. Like I said, you got their autographs there right underneath them. You got the Ringside Collectibles exclusive logo at the top. That's pretty cool. Major coup for Ringside Collectibles getting this one. So as of right now, and I think it'll continue that way, it's on the box. This is the only place you're going to be able to get this, is Ringside. If you're on the fence of getting this, you should just pull the trigger and get it done, because this will be worth a lot of money in a few years. I'm almost 100% positive this thing is going to be a very sought-after pack in the next few years. But there it is. We've seen the bottom. See the bottom there, all the legal stuff. Nobody cares about that. Let's dive in. Let's see what's going on here. I almost just hate opening this, but it must be done. It's what I do for the channel. I got another one. Very cool. You see all that blood splatter on there. I mean, how cool is that? And it's just something out of a horror movie. I really like that. It's a super awesome touch. See you later. Let's get the old plastic prison shot here. Oh my, look at that. Very, very cool. Cody's got a little of that looking down disease. The Fit Finley, I call it, but you can... my other one that's going to be mint in the package, he's looking better straight on. So I'm glad this is the one I'm opening. Can we pull this out of here? Yep. We got a little black background here. That's pretty cool. Look at that. It's got Cody, Dustin fighting it out. Very cool. You don't really notice this when you look through the packaging until you get this separate. So that's a cool one. See you later. All right. Let's look. I noticed it looks like Cody around his weight belt, he does have the little plastic. That's kind of been a trademark of Series 1 of the AEW figures, the plastic wrapping, kind of to keep everything from the colors bleeding and you name it, stuff like that. See if we can get these guys out. Come on. Come on. Ooh, they're in there tight. There's no twist ties and stuff in here, so they've got them packed super tight, so there's no way these are moving. They're very hard to get out. Come on. Jeez. And there it is. We're out. See you later. All right, let's take a look at Cody first. I got history with this Cody figure, as I obviously do have AEW Series 1. Cheap plug, you can go back, check my review out on the channel. Can I get this plastic off? Maybe. There it is. Got to work it out a little bit. See you later. All right, we got no loose limbs. Love that. As you guys know, I hate nothing more than getting a new figure out of the package and the limbs being super loose. I love the ratchet style joints. The joints are very tight on these figures, where you guys know Mattel, traditionally the elites, every once in a while you get loose ab crunches and stuff like that. The blood is nice and consistent throughout. I love the handprint right over the Dream. I didn't notice that. Right on the Dream logo or tattoo he's got, there's a handprint right over it. That is cool. You got blood running down his back. You got the hair, blonde hair, which is great. We all know Ric Flair over the years. The blonde really shows that red, makes it even crazier. I got a new head scan on Cody for this figure. That is also a great touch. Let's see, it says Attitude Killer on the back of his weight belt. I see zero paint issues with this one. Zero. No waist issues, any of that. I just love the blood splatter throughout on the clothes. Just little splatter here and there. Just extremely solid. And then you got the blood on the hands. It just looks like blood and gore. This looks like a traditional NECA horror figure we get almost. Even the wrist tape is kind of, it's not white, it's not totally red, it's just kind of that bleeding white red that you're used to. Would you see in wrestlers? So that's attention to detail to the ninth degree there. Very, very cool. I do have the regular edition Cody Rhodes here we can compare it to. I love also, this must be a reflection of the new skin tone color. You know, we've talked that Jazzware is going to have better skin tone color in the future. Well, it looks like this new Cody is a little bit more tan than your traditional Cody. This one is very white. Man, that's awesome. And the new head scan is 100 times better than this old head scan. Way better figure all in all. I wish we could get this one like this one plain without blood as well. I do think we'll get that eventually. There's no way we'll skip that one. But very, very solid. Just enough skin on the bones to make this one different. You put a new head sculpt, you put blood on him, it's almost like 100% new figure, even though the bases are the same. Just very smart way to save money as a company. Absolutely love it. Now let's look at Dustin. This is my first incarnation with Dustin. Like I said, AEW Series 2 have not arrived for me yet, so this is my first time I'm looking at this figure. Very cool. No other joint issues or anything. I have seen some of this figure. I've seen pictures where his left eye looks like it's about ready to fall out, is kind of how it looks. If you look at these two eyes straight on, definitely this his left eye is more bug-eyed than the other. I have seen a lot worse. I don't totally hate it, but it's a little intense. I don't think it was that grotesque in the match, but hopefully you can see that in the eye. But a very strong figure as well. It's got the natural on his boots and down the back. Absolutely love it. No extra hands in this set, which is an interesting one. You got his tattoos on there, and then you got blood over the tattoos, blood in the hair. Once again, the blonde really making that blood stand out. Just extremely cool. Just an extremely cool pack. This is extremely tough for me to decide which one is the 2-pack of the year. I mean, I hate to be that guy to say it's a tie, but I think it truly is a tie. The height difference here does really drive me a little crazy. Obviously there is one, but not this extreme. And then a few of the little paint splashes, but nothing that takes away totally from the figure of the Mr. T, Roddy Piper. It truly is a tie. I love Roddy Piper. Out of all the wrestlers, Piper's my favorite of the 2-packs. But Blood and Guts I absolutely love. Mr. T I love too from the 80s. I mean, it is tough. I don't know if I could choose. I'm on the spot right now. I can't choose which one I like more. The packagings are both great. I guess I give the packaging plus for the blood. The Piper one is really cool though with the 2-pack with the kind of WrestleMania 2 graphics. That's really cool too. But you can't go wrong with either 2-pack. Definitely recommending. Go to Ringside, pick up both of them. You'd be a fool not to. Both are two of the tops of the year. It'll be interesting where those fit in my top 10 figures of the year list. But you definitely got to get this blood-soaked one. And then I did want to do a little comparison here too on this Dustin. I did bring out Gold Dust, obviously Dustin Rhodes' other character. This would be a Jax Deluxe Aggression figure. You guys probably remember Jax Deluxe Aggression, kind of the forebearer to the Elite line in this style, really. It all started here. But, you know, Jax had some issues with heights and stuff like that, but look at this. So this is supposed to be the deluxe edition, and they are the exact same height here. So that tells me this Dustin is too tall. This is a deluxe. You know, it's different lines, but it's the same kind of company type thing. This is more akin to a deluxe aggression figure than your traditional AEW figure or elite figure like this one is. So I think that answers it a little bit right there for me, at least. Some of the height quandaries we've all been in. This is truly like a Jakks Deluxe aggression figure. I think they've got enough feedback as of late that I think we'll see this one knocked down to regular size in the future. Maybe not blood and guts wise, but they'll make some difference. Obviously, they can do a quick repaint on this. Instead of the red, you do the blue face paint and stuff like that he has. There you go. But I wanted to bring that out to compare. And I also wanted to bring out the best bloody figure of all time. We talked about that other line. I don't even want to mention them again. I don't like that line at all. Don't send them to me. I don't want them. But here is the classic. You know, probably my pride and joy of my collection. Jakks 1 of 100, Toy Fair exclusive, Terry Funk. I love Terry Funk. Probably my all-time favorite. Him and the Ultimate Warrior. And this was the first real bloody figure out there. And this is only a 1 of 100, as you know. But very, very cool figure. I absolutely love this figure. Like I said, it's probably the jewel of my collection. Is it worth the most of my collection? I don't think so. But it is probably my favorite piece in my collection. So that's just a little bit of a history on some bloody figures. Am I glad I picked this pack up? Heck yeah, I am. This is a definite must-have. Get it while you can, like I said earlier. If you miss on this one, there's probably going to be paying a pretty hefty penny on eBay here in the next year. So get it before it sells out. This is your warning. This is your chance. Don't cry, 6 months from now, I missed out. Now I got to pay $200 for it or whatever it would be. But there it is. An awesome, awesome set. You guys let me know in the comments. Did you pick this up? Did you pick 2 of them up like me? Well, what are your thoughts? Are you hoping we see more bloody figures in the future? The precedent's been set. We might see more bloody figures in the future. So if that's the case, what do we want to see from AEW's early history so far? A lot of skin on the teeth, or a lot of skin on the bone, meat on the bone, whatever you want to say. A lot to talk about and digest with this set. Truly groundbreaking in 2020 to get bloody figures from a somewhat mainstream company, and definitely a mainstream wrestling company. So tell me your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, and then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys know by now I'm unboxing every single day. I got something going on. More AEW figures to come. Hopefully AEW Series 2 comes here in the next couple of weeks. I can get an unboxing of that. So much more to come on that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And for Kyle, the Blood and Guts team of Dustin and Cody Rhodes, and of course Terry Funk, I'll see you guys all real soon.